There's a book of Isaiah chapter 60 verse 11. Therefore thy gates shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that their kings may be brought. First and foremost, I would like to call out Yahweh Shem Yahushai, Bashem HaKadosh, the ones to the apostles and elders, great Nelson Ruel. Peace, blessings, salutations to the whole fellowship. Tell your brothers out to pushing the word in truth and sincerity. Shalom, tell your brothers stay strong, pushing it was quick lesson. And I came across this video from Vice News. And in this particular situation, you see this individual right here, which I believe he's a terror. I believe his mother is a so-called black woman, and his pops is an Edomite, which makes him a terror. He's not a Jake, even though he might have that kinky hair, you know, that woolly hair. Even though he might have some type of a dark, somewhat dark hue about him, that doesn't mean he's an Israelite. Okay. Well, it all goes back to what if your father was a Jake, guess what? You're gonna be an Israelite. Okay, but that's another lesson for a different time. But anyways, I want you brothers to go ahead and listen to what this Edomite, this devil, has to say. Watch, and he's a physician. Okay, he's a physician. I believe he's a doctor, something like that. He works in the medical field. Okay, I don't know what his position is, but I know he's in the medical field. But I'm going to go ahead and play it and listen to what this devil says, man.
You can think of the vaccine almost as medical reparations. It's the 40 acres and a mule, but of 2021. So we really should be giving this vaccine preferentially to people of color, I do believe.
So you see what he said, right? He said that the Maxxine Waters is the equivalent of the, 2021 40 acres and a mule. So this devil's pretty much saying that this is gonna be your reparations, okay, to you people of color, meaning you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians. So these devils are clearly saying that this is gonna be something that we're gonna help you with, right? Because now all of a sudden they care about us. Now all of a sudden they want to take care of us. They don't want us to get hurt. They don't want us to catch this bullshit as this monster that is out there supposedly, which we already know it's a hoax. So now all of a sudden these devils care about us. When throughout time these devils have always hated us. The hatred goes back thousands of years. So now all of a sudden these devils have love for us. That's a goddamn lie, man. Do not trust these devils. Okay, do not trust thine enemy. Okay, but anyways, so this devil, that's like a slap in the face. Pretty much saying, look, fuck your 40 acres and a mule. Take this Maxxine Waters. Here's your reparations. This fucking poison, here it is. Take it. I mean, come on, man. This shit don't smell right. This shit don't look right. Hey, this is a setup. These devils want to kill us. They want to take us out. These devils have been plotting and scheming on different ways to try to destroy us, to try to remove us from off the face of the earth. You could read the Psalms 83rd chapter, verse 1 through 8. The other one, Psalms chapter 2, verse 1 through 3. Okay, so these devils have always been scheming on us on how to destroy us. So anyways, but you see, the real reparations, the Lord is going to give us the real reparations, okay? We don't want nothing that comes from you devils, man, from you Edomites. Because what you devils bring to the table is fucking death, and that's it. You devils don't bring some type of real reparations, man. Okay, as a matter of fact, the Lord is going to give us the real reparations, and that includes slavery. That includes us having slaves, and amongst other things. Okay, so in the kingdom of heaven, the Most High, He's going to give us the reparations, the real truth. Okay, the true reparations. So let me start at verse 5, Isaiah chapter 60, verse 5, and it says, Then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear, and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee, the forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. Okay, now when you look up the forces, the word forces, so the forces of the Gentiles shall be converted unto us, right? The nation of Israel, which means their strength, the might, the efficiency, the wealth. Okay, that's what it means. The goods, the riches. Okay, so So the wealth, the riches, the goods, that's what these devils are going to be giving us as reparations in the kingdom of heaven, because of everything that they did to us throughout time. You could read in the scriptures, and it shows you different examples of what these different nations were doing to us. Okay, of course Esau, he's at the forefront all the time. He's the one really against us most of the time. But them other heathen had their hand on us, on our downfall too. Them Ishmaelites, them Hamites, so on and so forth. Ammon and Moab, they always wanted to destroy us. When you go back to what is it, the book of Numbers, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, where it talks about Balaam and Balak, right? Which he was a king of Moab. I believe Balak was a king of Moab, and Balaam he was like a sorcerer, something like that. And Balak, which he was a king of Moab, he wanted to curse us. He wanted to take us down. He wanted everything that we had. He wanted it for himself. He wanted to enslave us, destroy us. But then what happened? The Most High, the whole shit backfired on him, and the Most High pretty much put the spirit on Balaam, who was a demon, who was a sorcerer, and the Most High put the spirit on him to prophesy against his bitch ass. And he pretty much prophesied, and he told him, look, these people they're gonna be blessed above everyone. Okay, and pretty much in the last days, or in the kingdom of heaven, Balaam actually saw the visions, man, of our people being in the kingdom of heaven, being at the top, receiving all the riches and wealth of all these different nations. And the king of Moab, which I believe he was either the king of Moab or Ammon, but I'm pretty sure it was Moab. And at the end, he got pissed off. Okay, so all these different nations, they've always tried to take us down, man. So now what's going to happen is these people got to repay us, and that's going to be the true reparations. Okay, so once again, Isaiah 60 verse 5, then thou shalt see and flow together, and thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces, which when you look up the word forces, means wealth, riches, goods, things of that nature. The forces or the wealth of the Gentiles shall come unto thee. So these people are going to be they're going to be bringing their goods, their resources, their gold, their silver, anything that they have that is useful, that has some type of value. Guess what? They're going to be bringing it to us day and night. As I keep reading on, is going to say that. Verse 6, the multitude of camels shall cover thee, the dromedaries of Midian and Ephah, all they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense. So these people they're going to be bringing camels, goats, sheep, oxen, horses. They're going to be bringing all different types of animals, so we can use. Okay, and also it says right here, they shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praise of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So not only are they going to be bringing this to us, but they're going to have to be praising and worshiping Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Because you see, these different nations, they don't know no better. Every time they always worship these different type of deities, and some of them even worship the animals, and they worship some crazy shit. Okay, but in the kingdom of heaven, guess what? They're gonna have to be worshiping Yahweh Shem Yahushai. They're gonna have to be keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And also the high holy days. Because it tells you in the scriptures, if they don't keep the high holy days, if they don't worship the Most High, if they don't keep the laws, guess what? They're gonna be, we're gonna step up and put them in their place. Okay, we're gonna kill them, torture them. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna put them in their place. Okay, but anyways, continuing on, verse 7, all the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nebaioth shall minister unto thee. They shall come up with acceptance on mine altar, and I will glorify the house of my glory. Verse 8. Who are these that fly as a cloud and as a doves to their windows? This is talking about the chariots. Okay, this is a different topic right here. But continuing on, verse 9. Surely the isles shall wait for me, and the ships of Tarshish first, to bring thy sons from far. So they're gonna be, as a matter of fact, they're gonna be bringing slaves to us as well. Their sons. Okay, it says their silver and their gold with them. Okay, once again, like I mentioned earlier, they're going to be bringing the gold and the silver to us. And then it says, and the whole, their silver and the gold with them unto the name of the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua, their power, and the Holy One of Israel, because he hath glorified thee. Exactly, and this is going to be, like I said, this is going to be in the kingdom. This is when the Most High is going to glorify us. Okay, this is part of the glorification of Israel. Okay, of course, the Most High is going to give us our new bodies, and we're going to be perfect. We're not going to be going off. We're not going to be sinning no more. We're going to keep the law, statutes, and commandments completely 100% without going off. Without going off no more. But then the other part of the glorification is he's going to have these other nations bow down to us. Okay, and he's going to put us on top. Okay, and the mother nations, they're going to be like regular human beings walking on the earth, while us, the children of Israel, we're going to be like gods on earth. Okay, we're literally going to be like gods on earth, man. We're going to have spiritual power. We're going to have bodies that never get sick, that we're never going to die. That's another part of our glorification, man. Imagine we're never going to die. We're going to live a healthy life. We're going to be young. We're going to be looking good. We're going to be glowing. There's going to be an aura about us, man. So the mother nations, guess what? They're gonna be praising us too. Okay, of course, Yahweh Shem Yahushua comes first, but that's part of the glorification, man. The mother heathen, they're gonna have to be praising us too, man. Because we're gonna be like the gods on earth, humbly. Okay, and we're gonna be humble about it. Okay, we're not gonna be like, oh yeah, we're on the same level as Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Absolutely not, man. Okay, even though we are gonna be gods on earth, but you always got to remember, man, there's an order to this. Okay, there's an order to this. But let me see, continuing on verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and the king shall minister unto thee. So the sons of the strangers, meaning the mother nations, they're the ones that are going to be building up the walls. They're going to be building up different cities. Pretty much they're going to be working for us. Okay, they're going to be our slaves, our servants. If we tell them to build a city of gold and silver, and of the best tree, of the best wood and shit like that, guess what? They're gonna build it. You see, because today, who is the number one construction worker right now? Okay, it's mainly Issachar, of course. The so-called Mexicans, which I'm a part of that tribe. I'm a so-called Mexican, the tribe of Issachar. But then you even have certain people from Zebulon. The Zebulonites, they also work in construction. Which is the people from Central America, and then you also have some Judites, some so-called Negroes. You have a lot of Israelites, but the majority of those construction workers that build up cities and fucking houses and things of that nature, that's mainly Issachar, which is part of the tribe, which is one of the tribes of Israel. But guess what? In the kingdom, you're not gonna be seeing no Issacharites working, man, building up houses and cities and shit like that. And it says, and the king shall minister unto thee. Exactly. So even the kings, guess what? They're going to be bowing down to us. Because we will be setting up different kings from the mother nations. And they're going to have to come to us and, how can I say, what's the word? Pretty much, they're going to have to obey us. But we will be setting up different kings from the mother nations. Okay, but every time they step to us, they're going to have to bow down. Or every time we go to them, to where they're going to be at, they're going to have to bow down to us. Okay, they're kings. It says, for in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee. Exactly. So in his wrath he smote us. Why? Because we broke the law, statutes, and commandments. But in his favor, which is coming up in the kingdom of heaven, he's going to have mercy on us. Okay. Verse 11, therefore thy gates shall be open continually, they shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that the kings may be brought. So the gates of, pretty much what it means is these people, these other nations, they're going to be bringing things every day and night, 24/7, 7 days a week. These nations, they're going to be bringing the best of their goods. Whether one nation might have, a lot of gold and silver, that's what they're going to be bringing. Another nation might have a lot of cattle, a lot of, oxen and things of that nature, livestock, they're going to be bringing to us. Another nation might have the best wood, the best trees and the best wood. That's what they're gonna be bringing to us. So all these different nations, they're gonna be bringing the best of the best, man. Incense, right? And it says, our gates shall be open continually; they shall not be shut day nor night. That man may bring unto thee the forces. Once again, the forces is talking about their wealth, their riches, their goods, their resources. Okay. Shall bring unto thee the forces of the Gentiles, and that the kings may be brought. For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So any nation that doesn't want to obey us, okay, through Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, of course, they're going to be destroyed. We're going to take care of them, man. We're going to get rid of them. Okay, and these nations, they're not going to want that. Okay, they're still going to want to be around. And so what do you think they're going to do? They're going to have to fall in line. Okay, and they will fall in line, because they're going to see that we're going to be, we're not going to be like no fucked up tyrants like Esau. Okay, we are going to show a little bit of, some type of mercy. After they serve 1,000 years, guess what? We're going to show them a little bit of mercy. We're not going to be, fucked up like Esau. Just like the scripture says, when the righteous, are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. So guess what? We are the righteous, and Esau's the wicked. So when we're in authority, when we're in power, we're going to be doing things in righteousness. Okay, we're not going to be breaking the laws. Okay, we're going to be controlling everything in righteousness. But of course, right now, what do you see Esau doing? He's fucking everybody up. He's being a tyrant. He's being a bully. And even these other nations, man, these other nations, they're mourning right now too. They're catching all types of hell. They have bombs being dropped on them and shit. They're being tested on with different types of vaccinations and shit like that. Being given polio to the children. Being tested on with these different viruses. So these other nations, guess what? They're catching hell too. So they're mourning. So in the kingdom, guess what? Them other nations, they're gonna be gladly be our slaves, because they're gonna see that we're gonna be ruling in righteousness. And it says, verse 13, the glory of Lebanon shall come unto thee, the fir tree, the pine tree, and the box tree, and the box together, to beautify the place of my sanctuary, and I will make the place of my feet glory. So, this shows you right here that the kingdom of heaven is gonna be beautiful, man. Jerusalem is gonna be beautified. Okay, with the best wood, with the best gold and silver and things of that nature, with different stones. Okay, our kingdom is gonna be glistening, man. It's gonna be shining. And it says, the sons also of them that afflicted thee shall come bending unto thee, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of their feet. So, what is this talking about? This is talking about pretty much, slavery. All the people that afflicted us, mainly Esau, they put us in slavery. They conquered us, the indigenous people, so on and so forth. All the tribes, Esau afflicted us, man, and even the mother nations had a hand in that. And it says they shall come bending unto thee, man. So what is that? That's you having power over another person, over another nation. So they're literally gonna come bending, man. They're gonna bow down to us. And it says, and all they that despise thee shall bow themselves down at the soles of their feet. Exactly, when they despise us. Okay, they never want to help us. They never looked out for us. They put us in the shittiest spots of these different cities. They set up a lot of traps for our people to fall, for our people to be killed and die off and be destroyed. Okay. So these devils, man, and the mother nations, they despise us, even to this very day. But it says that in the kingdom, they're going to bow themselves down at the soles of thy feet. And they shall call thee the city of the Lord, the Zion of the Holy One of Israel. Okay, as a matter of fact, let me get a quick precept. This is Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 16. Therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. Exactly. So every single last one of us, every single last one of our adversaries, beginning with Esau and the mother nations, Because when you go to the book of Psalms chapter 83, it tells you how these nations conspired to come against us, to try to devour us, to try to destroy us, from being, a nation, or from us even existing. So these people, they've conspired against us. They've conspired against the Most High to try to remove us from off the face of the earth. Okay, beginning with Esau. Esau's been leading this shit through his NATO, through his EU, through his UN, United Nations. Okay. So all it says, therefore all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thine adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. So every single last one of our adversaries, beginning with Esau, all the way down to the mother nations, all of them are going to go into captivity. And what is captivity? Slavery. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee shall will I give for a prey. Okay, that's pretty much straight. That's straight to the point. But going back to Isaiah 60. Okay, Isaiah 60 verse 15, it says, whereas thou hast been forsaken and hated, so that no man went through thee, I will make thee an eternal excellency, a joy of many generations. Verse 16, thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles, and shalt suck the breast of kings. Which that pretty much means the same, how we're going to be gaining all these other nations' wealth, their riches, their goods, their resources. And thou shalt know that I, the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, am thy Savior and thy Redeemer, the mighty one of Jacob. Okay, so now let me go ahead and end it with this scripture. Going to Revelation chapter 21. All right, there's a book of Revelation chapter 21 verse 24. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring the glory and honor unto it. Exactly, so the kings of the earth, meaning the mother nations, will bring their glory and their honor into the kingdom of heaven. Okay, and what is going to be their glory and honor? Meaning their once again, their riches and their wealth. Verse 25. And the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. Exactly. So going back to Isaiah chapter 60, remember how the gates, they were never going to be shut day nor night. They were going to be open continually, so they can bring their wealth, day in and day out, 24/7, 7 days a week. So this precept goes with Isaiah chapter 60. So once again, Revelation 21 verse 25, and the gates of it shall not be shut at all by day, for there shall be no night there. Verse 26, and they shall bring the glory and honor of the nations into it. Okay, but that's pretty much it. But you see, but you see these devils, man. They want to talk about reparations at the Maxxine Waters. Okay, the nerve of this fucking devil, this piece of shit Edomite, to say that the reparations, for instead of getting them 40 acres and a mule, your new reparations for 2021 is gonna be these fucking Maxxine Waters, man. There's gonna be some goddamn poison that he wants to stick into your body. I mean, come on, man. And like I said, this is an Edomite. This is not an Israelite right here. This is a Edomite straight up and down, man. He's a tear. Okay, but and also them 40 acres and a mule, man. That's chump change. Okay, the Mosai has planets being prepared for us, man. Planets. Fuck your 40 acres and a mule, man. The Mosai he's building planets for us, man. Planets. Okay. But anyways, with that, I'm going to say, call out Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Hashem Hakudash. Till next time, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, I'm going to say shalom.